Alrighty then, we are back for Chainsaw Man Chapter 165, chapter title Everyday Scenery. Let's open that chapter. Alright, we got Denji looking down at something. Now he's looking down at the dead chainsaw person. Alright. And Denji says, uh, is that a dead body? And then a police officer looks like they're responding, yeah, the station attendants will clean it up later. I don't know if that's a police officer actually. Maybe he's just somebody working at the train station. All right. Denji says, "Huh? No, dude. Somebody died." Uh, wait, what? I guess he's reacting that way because they're acting kind of casual about it. All right. That's just expected at this point," says Asa. And she goes on to say, "Come on, we're taking the next train." All right, and then we gotta show the train that they're presumably on and or about to get on. And it's going woo as it flies by. And our shot of the train further, and it looks like this time it's not moving, so this might be it arrived and now they're getting on. The best sushi restaurant near here is Endenya. I don't know how to pronounce it, but anyways, whoever's speaking right now goes on. Probably Asa, if I had to guess. But they're closed because one of their chefs died. Um, or was it? It might be actually Fami speaking. So now Fami speaking. They're all in the train sitting. The next best would be Mar Marudeya. Okay, with these names. From the same chain. Dot dot dot. If it hadn't burned down. Oh, okay. Well, can you just bring us to the whatever is available, please, instead of going down the list of ones that aren't available? All right, whatever. And Fami goes on to say, so by process of elimination, we'll go to uh, Su she, if you say so. But it's budget sushi. But they have a reputation for using fresh fish. I mean, I would hope they all use fresh fish, but I don't really know anything about sushi industry, so maybe not. All right, looks like who is this? I think it's Kobeni's brother. Is it? Why are they wearing hats? Oh, I guess they're wearing their hats. Wait, was that? So does that mean the person speaking was yeah? So that was the perfect person speaking on the first page was fan club leader, I think. All right. And then you got Kobeni's brother speaking here. He's saying, "Oh, I went there once. I only ordered tea. Dot dot dot, but their tea was good." I got Denji giving his typical Denji face. Just very tired, mouth opened. Uh, Whatever. All right, and looks like on the other side of the train we got some injured people just sleeping on the train. With destroyed buildings in the background. We got Denji saying, "Hey Asa, remind me, why are you out to fight me now?" Asa says, "Because if I can fight you and win, you'll be saved." Denji giving typical Denji expression, tired looking, mouth open, and saying nothing. And then he says, "Oh, dot dot dot." And then he goes on to say, "Are you still brainwashed by that weird cult?" Asa sweating says, "No." Femi explained. Uh, Femi explain rather. And then she looks over at Femi. Femi's just frowning, not saying anything. And then she goes on to say, "Your heart's power is what makes you Chainsaw Man. It's the power of contract. The terms of your contract require you to live a normal life. If you break the contract, the heart's owner, the real Chainsaw Man, will emerge. Um, if we defeat the real Chainsaw Man and transplant a human heart into your body, dot 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 dot, you can become an ordinary human again." Except Denji wants to be Chainsaw Man is the issue here. Alright, Denji giving typical Denji expression, this time with a bead of sweat. And then goes on to say, "Why do you know about all that?" And Fami just looking down, not saying anything. And then Denji turns to Asa and says, "Do you seriously believe this shady chick?" Asa says, "But she helped me rescue you." And Asa goes on to say, "Sure, she's done some bad things before, dot 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 dot, but her heart's in the right place. We're both trying to help someone." Right? Asks Asa. Uh, Denji doesn't say anything. He turns to look back at Fami. Um, and then there's a growl coming from Fami's stomach as she's hungry per usual. And then we got a shot of her zoomed out everyone on the train sitting. It looks like I don't know who's on the far left, but there's somebody just off shot that could be Kabuni's brother, I believe. And then we got fan club leader, then it's Fami, then Denji, then Asa, and then on the right side we got Katana Man. They're all just not saying anything at this point. Awkward silence. All right. And then we got Denji saying, when you say quote unquote normal dot dot dot, what does that even mean? Nasa doesn't know how to respond. Says nothing. It means returning to your old life, going to school every day, having a home to return to dot dot dot. And then we got a close up on Asa's eyes with some beads of sweat on her face. Now Yuta will turn up to maybe the police are keeping her safe or something, or someone else. And it's just that she doesn't know how to contact you after your apartment building burned down. Also goes on to say, everything will go back to how it was before I know it. And then Denji looking down, saying nothing. And then he turns back to Asa and says, poop paper. All right. He says, poop paper? Dot dot dot. You know, dot dot dot. Toilet paper. Have you ever eaten toilet paper? Asa is looking at him, not saying anything. Denji goes on to elaborate with, when I went hungry as a little kid, that's what I'd eat from the park's public restroom. Asa still doesn't know what to say about this. Then she goes on to say, but dot 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 dot. Once I stopped going hungry, dot 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 dot. I stopped being able to eat toilet paper. All right, good for you. All right, and Denji goes on to say, "Do you get what I'm saying?" Asa says, "Could you not talk in vague metaphors? I'm confused." As we are all confused, I'm sure. What are you trying to say, Denji? All right, Denji doesn't say anything. And then goes on to say, "I can never go back to the way things used to be." All right, yeah, you lived a pretty poor life indeed. But I mean, we're technically talking more about your normal life in school rather than your normal life being controlled by the Yakuza. So I don't know if that's even what we're talking about in the first place, Denji, but okay. Um, I mean, very different times you're in right now, Denji. Um, but then we got them sitting in silence. Asa looking at Denji, Denji looking down, Asa now looking down too, both with similar expressions on their face. To be honest, yes, you can. I'll give you back your life, says Asa. It's okay. Dot dot dot! Exclamation point! I'll save you no matter what. All right, and then looks like we got Katana Man's lighting a cigarette, blowing some smoke. We got the shot of Asa and Denji and the smoke in front of them. Katana Man says kids these days are wusses, whining on and on like women. Killing chainsaw woman. What? That won't avenge my granddad. He'd turn over in his grave. All right. Well, Katana Man doesn't even want to fight Denji at this point because he's a wuss. All right. Um. Also responds to what Katana Man said with Denji's hungry, and his family member is missing. Cut him some slack. All right. Also, no smoking on the train. Says Asa. And did she? No, it looks like he voluntarily dropped the cigarette. She didn't knock it out of his hand. All right. But he drops it, and then she says, "Hey," because presumably at this point he's littering. Um. All right, and then Katana Man goes on to say, "I know a place that uh guaranteed to perk up any man in one shot. Forget sushi. We should shove the kid in there." All right. Well, I kind of guess what you're talking about, but I don't know if that's what we need for Denji right now. Um, and Denji looks up, kind of. A soap land brothel. Yep, brothel. Kind of what I figured. That's where we'll take him. Nothing cheers up a man faster than I thought that said boring woman. It says boning a woman. All right, well, I mean, again, I don't know if that's necessarily what Denji needs right now, but sure, why not? We'll see what happens next chapter. Um, all right, a fun little chapter here. Good to see more interactions with Asa and Denji. Kind of what we all been waiting for. Good to see it. All right. She seems to care about Denji quite a lot, so that's good to see. Um. All right. Fantastic. That was a good chapter. All right. End of recording.